Welcome to this short video about this weird drum kit I picked up with the idea of sampling it. The first thing you notice is probably the flames on the kick. That's a later replacement head, not that interesting, but the interesting part is what surrounds those flames. And the rim, it looks like a triple flange rim like you would find on a normal tom, does not look like a hoop you would find on a kick drum. And indeed it isn't, and that's the way it came from the factory. There are also other drums made in the Soviet bloc with that type of construction. And if you know the difference between different types of rims, basically on toms or snares, triple flange rims make a sound that sustains longer than a die-cast hoop or a wood hoop. And so basically this is a very undampened kick and it sustains stupidly long. It's basically an acoustic 808. And the other next thing probably you will notice about this kit is that it has concert toms, but it has lugs on both sides. And it sounds like a kit with concert toms with not much sustain for the toms. So this is not a case where somebody had a drum kit and took the hoops off the bottom because that was kind of a trendy thing in the 70s and early 80s, but it seems like this is how it came from the factory. It never had heads mounted on the bottom, and this is just a configuration where this is the beginner version, and if you want to, you can later upgrade by getting the bottom hoops and heads and tension rods. And by the way, the tension rods have regular flat screwdriver screws, which is a minor annoyance. And the lugs, they look like they might be plastic, and actually so do the rims, but they are not plastic. They are made out of a pretty crappy aluminum alloy. Now, good news is it doesn't rust, and they've actually held up well. None of the lugs or rims are cracked, but these wing bolts here are also made from the same alloy, and a couple of them have snapped off. And some of them have been replaced with bolts. There is one that snapped off and the rest of it's still stuck inside there, so basically you can't use both sides of the tom holder right now until I get that drilled out and replaced. And the other interesting thing about that rim is that, of course, you can't mount a normal kick pedal onto that. So this has this weird kick pedal with a little latch that attaches to a triple flange rim. And that means you can also use this pedal with any floor tom if you want to use a floor tom as a small portable kick drum. And the other nice thing is these funny looking little legs, they actually mount into what is normal floor tom leg holders, which means you can just take a floor tom, take these legs, take this pedal. You would have to move the beater down to get it to hit the center, but you basically can use the hardware from this to turn any floor tom into a portable kick, which is kind of nice. And it also came with, in addition to the original kick, a hi-hat stand and this cymbal stand that matches the same hardware. This other cymbal stand seems to be of different origin, and the hi-hat is also not terribly interesting. It's a Paiste from 1993, German manufactured, pretty cheap. But these other two cymbals are more interesting. They are of completely unknown origin and manufacture, no stamps or markings of any kind. They are in pretty lousy shape, but they still sound fine. This one's got a big keyhole, this one's got a crack over by the rivet, but I guess being, you know, sizzle cymbals with rivets, it's not as easy for cracks and things like that to ruin their sound, so they still sound like sizzle cymbals would. And that's pretty much it that's interesting about this kit. So now I'm going to get somebody who actually can play the drums, unlike me, to show you how they work in a musical context. Thank you.